So this week I read The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's a good book, very short to read, very quick read, very old book as well. And this is about war, this book. This is written by Sun Tzu in like the, I don't remember which century. Let's see here in the beginning. 2,400 years ago this was written. And I find it kind of funny that people read this like as a business book. I kind of get it, but it's also kind of like a little bit funny because this is a war book. This is not, there was no intention to make this a business book when he wrote this. It was purely war. But of course business is a little bit like war, so that's why so many people in business today read this book and draw principles from it. Of course there's a bunch of chapters here that are like the use of spies and how to like set the attack by fire, how you like set your opponent's camp on fire, and that has like nothing to do with business. But then there's like this wisdom also. So here are my like favorite 5 takeaways from this book. So let's see, I have like multiple notes here, so I'll check what ones. Yeah, so the best 5. First one is to know yourself and know your enemy. In the beginning of the book he says, there is this section that says like, hence the saying, just a second, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. So you need to both know yourself, how your strengths, what you are about, like what you're good at, and then you need to know the enemy. If you're talking about business sense now, we're not talking the war. And by the way, more than for business people, I think for like soldiers, this book is very important. Like if you're literally going to warfare, like this translator had written like a dedication to his brother who is in war. So for those people, I think it's even more helpful. But there's business principles. So this first one especially I like, because like it says, if you don't know yourself and you don't know the enemy, you cannot win. And so meaning you as a business owner and then your competition. And if you know only yourself but not the enemy, or which way was it? You need to know both, but if you, it says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, if you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will suffer a defeat. So take one step forward and then you take one step backward if you don't know the enemy, because you need to know the competition, who you're going against. And then second point, it says making no mistakes is what causes certain victory, for it means conquering an enemy who is already defeated. This actually reminds me of chess. This is probably a good read for chess players to read as well. So when you make no mistakes, how can the opponent win? That's the key. Make no mistakes. How can your competitor win? When you make no mistakes. When you don't make that loss. When you don't make like a stupid ad campaign. I cannot come up with any good examples now, but you get the point. Then third is to secure yourself against that the defeat lies in your own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy itself. Ooh. So we need to take care that we are not able to be defeated, but to defeat the enemy, it's provided by the enemy. When they make the mistake, when they, let's say business, they stop spending so much on marketing, or they stop working so hard or something, that's when you have the opportunity. Fourth, standing in the defense indicates insufficient strength, attacking a superabundance of strength. If you are in defense, it indicates insufficient strength. So business is won by offense, not by defense. And then fifth, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Be like water. I wrote like my own note here. I remember which page it says exactly, but this is kind of like what Bruce Lee's philosophy is a little bit like. So be adaptable. Be like water. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. That's what he said. So you need to adapt to like the situation. Be like water, and there is no constant conditions. So you need to be changing depending on the conditions. That's it. My quick summary of this book. Get this from the link in the description right below this video if you want to buy it. I think it's very affordable because this is like a old writing and everything. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching.